Gently scrape the inside of your cheek with a flat side of a toothpick. Spread the cheek cells on a clean, dry microscope slide. Then add a small drop of distilled water and gently stir them together on the slide. Adding the water will put the cells in solution. This will separate the cells and make them easier to view individually. Now add a small drop of methylene blue to the preparation and stir it again with the toothpick. The methylene blue will stain the cells to make them easier to view under the microscope. The next step is to add the cover slip. With your finger, position the cover slip so that the bottom edge touches one side of the fluid on the slide, and then slowly lower the cover slip onto the preparation. This is to reduce the number of air bubbles under the cover slip. If air is trapped under the cover slip, gently tap the bottom of the cover slip to push any air bubbles out. Be careful not to push your sample out. Any excess fluid around the edges of the cover slip can be removed with filter paper. Before you start viewing the slides under the microscope, the first thing you should do is turn on the microscope and make sure the light source, located at the base of the microscope, is operational. You will also want to adjust the light source so that the light is not too bright when you look through the microscope. Rotate the stage of the microscope down as far as it will go using the coarse adjustment knob, which is the larger of the two knobs located on either side of the microscope. Then, rotate the objective lenses by hand to the lowest power. This is the lens with 4x printed on the side. When the objective lens is in place, you will hear a click. You should always clean the ocular lens, or eyepieces, or objective lenses, or primary magnification lenses to remove any foreign material. Gently rub all the lenses with a piece of tissue paper that has been wet with a small amount of lens cleaning solution. Lens tissue paper and lens cleaning solution are the only two things that should ever be used to clean the lenses. Normal tissue or cloth can scratch the lenses. Once the objective and ocular lenses are clean, the next step is to place the slide on the stage of the microscope. To secure the slide, open the slide holder and place the slide on the stage, positioning it so that it is flush with the holder. Then, close the slide holder gently so not to chip the edges of the slide. Then, adjust the width of the ocular lenses so that when you look through the microscope, you can see the specimen with both eyes. To bring the specimen into view, use the coarse adjustment knob. Once you have the specimen in coarse focus, use the fine adjustment knob to bring the specimen into full focus. The fine adjustment knob is the smaller knob that protrudes from the coarse adjustment knobs on either side of the microscope. The mechanical stage adjustment can now be used to center the specimen in your field of view or scan the slide for other specimens. The mechanical stage adjustment is an arm that hangs down on the right side of the stage. It has two knobs. One that will move the stage right or left, and the other will move the stage towards you or away from you. Keep in mind that the image viewed through the microscope is upside down, so what you see through the microscope is opposite of what you are doing. You may need to adjust the light source and resolving power. Under the stage, there is a condenser and a 5-aperture disc diaphragm. The condenser can be adjusted to focus the light source on the specimen so that the specimen is evenly illuminated, and the 5-aperture disc diaphragm will adjust the diameter of the light beam. Once the specimen is in focus at low power, you can increase the magnification of the microscope by rotating the objective to medium power. This is the objective lens with 10x printed on the side. You will hear a click when this lens is in place. Make sure that the specimen is in the center of your field of view, because when you increase magnification, it will decrease your field of view. The objectives on the compound microscope are parfocal. What this means is that once the specimen has been focused at a lower power, the objectives can be rotated to higher power without moving the stage. The higher power objective will increase the magnification and the specimen will be in coarse focus. Once the specimen is in coarse focus, only a slight adjustment with the fine adjustment knob is needed to bring the specimen into focus at higher magnification. If you move the stage of the microscope before you change the objective lens, you will lose your view of the specimen and have to switch back to the lowest objective lens and start from scratch. At this stage of magnification, the coarse adjustment knob should no longer be used to avoid cracking the objective lenses and the slide. Once you have the image in focus at medium power, you can increase the magnification to high power objective using the same methods as before. The high power objective has 40x printed on the side. The next step is to use the oil immersion objective. This is the objective lens marked 100x. This lens should never be used without the aid of immersion oil. The immersion oil has optical properties similar to glass and will increase the resolving power and useful magnification. To use oil immersion, you first must bring the image into focus with the high power objective. After this is done, rotate the objective lenses so that the light path is midway between high power or 40 times and oil immersion 100 times objectives. Then place a small drop of immersion oil onto the cover slip using the circle of light on the microscope slide as a reference point. Be careful not to rest your hand on the stage. This will lower the stage and you will have to start all over again at low power. After you add the immersion oil, rotate the objective lenses so that the oil immersion objective is resting in the oil. Be sure to listen for the click that tells you the lens is in place. Remember that the objective lenses are parfocal, so that if the stage has not been moved, you don't have to worry about the lens hitting the slide. Once the objective lens is in place, use the fine adjustment knob to focus the image. After you are done viewing the specimen, rotate the stage all the way down with the coarse adjustment knob and rotate the objectives so that the lower power objective is in place. Then, remove the slide and clean all the lenses again so that the microscope is ready to be used again.